Hello guys, it's just Coach Wilson here, and I've got a Supplements 101 video training for you here, just really to explain what supplements you should be looking for, because I know that the supplement industry can run amok and really exploit your best interest in getting to buy and purchase products that you really do not need. And then what happens is you waste time, money, and also storage space in your cupboards by stocking up on all these products that you really do not need. So in this training today, I'm going to clear up a few things so that you're not wasting time, money, effort on these products, and also to really show you the useful supplements that you can add into your day-to-day life that are going to benefit you, okay? So this little graphic right here really is quite useful, really, because it just gives you a visual of what's important, what's useful, and really the garbage that is totally pointless. And you can see it's a short list of a selected few of supplements that really are useful and beneficial to you. Everything else is literally a waste of time. So there's quite a few supplements that you're seeing that you've probably seen in magazines, on TV, and so celebrities having this one and that one that are not on the useful list. Literally is down to this short list of a few: vitamin D, omega-3, a multivitamin or greens drink, whey protein, that's more for convenience, creatine, beta-alanine, and caffeine. That's a short list. Everything else is literally a waste of time. You don't need to be purchasing those products. The reason why we've gone for vitamin D is obviously here in the UK it's dark most of the year, and your vitamin D is is required for us to produce a hormone called serotonin. Serotonin is that feel-good hormone, the feel-good neurotransmitter that makes you feel good. And if we're feeling good, what do we tend to do? We tend to make better decisions. We tend to look after ourselves better. So it's a really good supplement to have if you're feeling a little bit blue. And what I recommend doing is taking it throughout the whole of the year here in the UK, because obviously it tends to be dark an awful lot. We don't tend to get a lot of sunshine. And when we do get sunshine, we don't tend to go out in the sun a lot either, because we either work indoors or we're not generally in enough contact with the sunlight. So I tend to recommend taking it throughout the year. But if you are in a lot of sunlight throughout the day, maybe skip taking the multivitamin for that day, because of course you're going to boost it up naturally from the sunlight. So the way that happens is the sunlight hits your skin and it will produce serotonin. Serotonin is also a precursor of melatonin, which is the sleep hormone. So that's what you tend to notice when you've been in the sunlight a lot. You tend to have a better night's sleep. Melatonin is going to make you relax in the evening and therefore get a better night's sleep. All these hormones are very, very important on your mood, your health, and your well-being. And like I mentioned earlier, if we improve your mood and your well-being, your sense of well-being, you're going to look after yourself better. You're going to make better choices. For example, in the summertime, when it is nice, and the summer is nice, and the sun's out, you tend to want to do more things, get more active. You've got more energy. You tend to make better choices when it comes to your diet, when it comes to exercising more. Okay, so vitamin D is a really, really good supplement to have throughout the year. But as I mentioned moments ago, if you're in the sunlight a lot, and the sun's obviously out, you don't necessarily need to supplement it either with that day, but maybe if there's a dark day or you're not in the sun the following day, maybe then have a dose of vitamin D the following day. The next one is omega-3, and again, all these supplements are literally for health benefits. The reason why we've got omega-3 in there is it's going to help with fat burning. It's going to help with your brain activity to improve, again, decision making. It's also going to help with inflammation, reducing the aches and the pains. Again, it's another health supplement that we're going for here, and those are the three perks why we want to be taking vitamin D daily throughout the year. And what I recommend is taking one capsule of vitamin D, about 1,000 micrograms, with every meal, so breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you've now your vitamin D, omega-3 for the day. Your next one is your multivitamin or a greens drink. I tend to like to go for a greens drink because it's nice. It can be a nice flavour if you choose the right one, the one that I recommend. But also, you tend to get a lot of fibre from it as well. So it's a great hit of fibre into your diet if you're not getting it from food. And that's really why we want to add a multivitamin or a green drink, because essentially for you to achieve fat loss, you don't necessarily need to eat the typical health style of eating, the vegetables and the wholesome foods and things like this. If your goal is weight loss and fat loss, that's not necessary. It's a good idea because obviously health, but it's not necessary to eat your vegetables and your healthy, wholesome foods and things like this. If we want to drop fat and if we want to lose weight, we can literally eat sugar, packets of Haribo. But if there is a consistent, and consistent being the important word here, consistent caloric deficit, you're going to drop body fat. It comes down to calories, first and foremost. We've talked about this lots and lots of time. We'll talk about it again in another video training, but I just want to point that out there to really nail that message home. It does not matter about, quote unquote, eating healthy. What does matter is that there's a consistent calorie deficit that you're doing day after day, after week, month after month, year after year. You do that, you burn off the fat reserves. Okay, you eat healthy for 2-3 days, fantastic. But then you go back to your old eating patterns, you don't achieve anything. So consistent is the most important thing here. And then just creating a calorie deficit is what's going to get you the result, fat loss. And then we can add health in there later. Let's get you on some quick wins first and foremost, and we can add the health in there later. But if we're taking a multivitamin or a green drink, it's such an easy way then to get that boost of micronutrition. Macronutrition being your proteins, carbs, and your fats. Micronutrition being your vitamins, your minerals. And it just gets it in there, and that's going to take care. It's kind of like a health insurance policy. It takes care of that side of things for you, that you know that you're getting in that daily. And also, even if you are eating your vegetables, it's just going to give you a boost of good micronutrition into your day. That's why I recommend a multivitamin or a green drink, to make sure you're getting those vitamins in there to help your endocrine system, help your mitochondria, help your cells out to function properly. So that's your top three. Your next one is your whey protein, and this is literally just for convenience. So make sure that you're getting your protein into the diet. So if you imagine a hierarchy, and as I mentioned, we'll talk about this in another training, but calories, keeping a consistent calorie deficit is number one for fat loss. Well, a step up from that on that tier would be protein intake. And the reason why is because if we're consuming more protein, we're going to have better satiety. We're going to feel fuller for longer, and therefore we're going to tend to eat less. Okay, so protein will come up second in that tier when we talk about the framework for fat loss. So a whey protein shake, a drink, can be just convenient to fit into our lifestyle post-workout or for breakfast, or if you're on the go. It just makes things really easy, and obviously because it's protein, it's going to fill you up and keep you fuller for longer. So that's why we've got protein in there as another supplement. Your final three, creatine, beta-alanine, and caffeine, these bad boys are literally just for sports performance, okay? Creatine is going to help with power output. Beta-alanine is going to help with increasing work capacity by buffering away lactic acid, so you can go stronger for longer. And caffeine is, if you're not drinking it, then you could supplement it with it. And this is just going to, again, improve mental cognition and also performance. So those last three are literally for performance. If you're in sport or competitive events, that's where you're going to benefit from those. It's also fun to actually use them in your workouts and notice the difference. Shit, I can lift more when I use these sports performance enhancing supplements, as opposed to going with that. But are they necessary for fat loss? Are they necessary for the average population? No, they are not. But at the same time, if you want to up your game, improve your performance, they can be beneficial. So that's why I've included them in there, because they do work. But again, that's more for performance, for increasing power, for increasing work capacity. Everything else, my friends, is pointless. Any fat-burning supplement, any appetite-suppressing supplement is a load of garbage. And that's what it goes in the everything else category. You don't need to worry about anything else. For example, this is why no fat loss pill, no fat-burning pill has ever come without a diet. Consider this. Because every fat loss pill that you've ever heard of always comes with a diet that tells you to eat at a calorie deficit, whatever way they dress that up, don't eat carbs or this and that. If those pills work, they wouldn't need to come with a diet, would they? And the reason why those pills may work is because you're applying them with a diet that contains a consistent calorie deficit, and therefore you start to see results. But then people convince themselves it was the pill. But the pill was actually a placebo, because research, there's no clinical study that has proven any supplement, any fat burning pill, any appetite suppressant pill to work. And that's why they always come with a diet. And it's the diet that actually has the effect in the outcome. So I hope that clears a few things up when it comes to supplements, guys. Literally a short list of supplements that are beneficial mostly for health reasons, but also you've got those three that can improve your performance in your workouts. For a PDF of where to purchase these products, if you head over to the teamworkout.co.uk/SLUPS, you'll be able to download the PDF to go into a little bit more explanation of these supplements, why I recommend them, and dosages, and also for where to purchase them from as well. Hope that helps in today's training. Any questions, be sure to get in touch.